Hi everybody, this is part 3. Here's a shape that I have, and I'm going to add some elements to this. So once again, I'm going to click on it, go to my justification on the toolbar and hit the red button, and that pretty much gets it centered. So now I want to add some elements to it, but how do I go about this? Well, first of all, I think what I'm going to do is take this, well actually I'm going to click on my inline outline, bring that up, and once again around the edge I want to have about 1/4 of an inch, which is 0.25, and I want it to be inline and not the outline, and I'm going to hit, whoops, I had to click on it first, and I'm going to hit the check, and so now I have my inline outline. I'm going to get rid of this box for the time being. But what I want to do with this time is I'm going to group it together and I'm going to make it hollow on the inside. This is going to be the border, and then this is going to be the inside where I'm going to be putting things. So now we need to make some decisions. I think that what I'd like to do, you see a lot of windows with the window panes, and they're pretty easy to make. I'm going to take the rectangle box, and I'm just going to draw a rectangle, and we're going to fix this up, don't worry. I'm going to bring it in and put it right about where it ends, where that the curve starts at, I should say. And I'm going to bring it in, and I want it to match the outline, so I'm going to hit my height, the H for height, and there it is. And it is showing that it's at 3.37, and I want that to be 0.25 to match everything else. And actually I should have made this condensed. Let's do that again, because I need both of these. I need my height to stay the same. If I would have done it the other way, it would have changed both sides. So I'm going to hit apply. Okay. And you notice it doesn't match perfectly. That's okay, because what I'm going to do now is gather this together, and I'm going to go over here and hit my weld button. And it didn't work because the other one, let's do that again. Okay, the other one was grouped together with that center piece. So I need to do this a little more differently. I'm going to change the red to black. Okay, so now they match, and I'm going to try this one over here that says weld and subtract. And I think that worked. Let's go to the wire. Yes. Okay, so that worked, and I want to make that a black outline too. That red's bothering me. So now we have our boundaries, and now I need to put something inside those boundaries. So this one here is kind of pretty, and I'm going to see what that would look like, putting it in here. And I need for things to touch in this case, because we have boundaries. So if you don't have them touching, then you're going to have a problem. So I'm going to get closer to that, and I'm going to use my arrow keys to kind of play with it a little bit just to get the height part done, at the height and the bottom part. I think I need to make it slightly smaller, because I just want it barely touching so you could see the shape. Okay, I think that would work. You get the idea. And I'm going to click on the other bar and go to my justify and hit center. Okay, so now I know it's centered, but this one here and this one here are going to be sitting on their own, and that's not going to work. So I'm going to back out a little bit. I need to put something here that this can hang on to. So I could do it this way, or well, actually I think I am going to see, I do this all the time. I make decisions on the fly, and I probably shouldn't do that, but I do. So I'm just going to draw some lines. I'm going to start from the tip of the leaf, and I'm going to go to this corner over here and do the same thing here, the tip of the leaf. Whoops. I'm going to hit the back button and hit the escape key. For some reason that changed line color. There, it's black again. I need to hit my escape key because when you go to use the line, if you don't hit the escape key, then it will start all over where the last point was at, the last note. So I'm going to click on that again, and I'm going to go over here, and for some reason my color palette just disappeared on me. So that's okay, because you'll see where I can get it from. Let me see if it's hiding behind here someplace. I don't see it anywhere. So I'm going to go up to View and hit Color Palette, and there it comes back again. So I want to take these two lines. I'm going to hold my Shift key down and hit my left mouse key so I can select both of them. And I'm going to thicken them up. I'm going to try 2.5, and that's too thick. So I'm going to try 1, and I think I like that better. So I'm going to take this one here. I don't like the way that it looks. I'm going to use the corner and just kind of drag it in more to blend in more with that leaf. Trying to keep it on the same diagonal though as it was. Okay, I can live with that a little bit better. And I'm still not real happy with this one either. I'm going to do the same thing. I click on it and draw the corner up. Okay, so that's better, but it still needs something else. So I'm going to put some more lines in. I'm going to click on the line, hit my escape key, and just to add interest. And I had those at 0.1, so once again I'm going to make this 0.1. That's okay. And I'm going to hit the line again. Actually, I think what I'm going to do is click on this one, hit Alt-D, which is duplicate, hit my, and I'm just going to move it to the next leaf there. And what I'm doing is kind of making a grid. And it's okay if it's not long enough, because we could always extend it like we did before, and I think that's what I'm going to do, is bring it down. And it's what's appealing to the eye. That's what you have to decide. So I'm going to click on this one again, and I think it's too thick. Let me see what this one was. It was 0.13, so I'm going to click on this, and I don't know how it moved, but it did. So I'm going to make it 0.13 like the other ones were. And okay, so was this one 0.13 too? Nope, they're all changing. I want to make sure they're all the same. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one and on this one, holding the Shift key down, and I'm going to hit M. I'm going to bring my transformation forward. I'm going to go to the mirror tool, click on that, and I'm going to mirror these to the right, hit duplicate and apply. And now I can just move these in where I want them to be to kind of match the other side as far as distance and that's concerned. And that looks pretty good. And then you can keep playing with this and playing with this until you get it exactly the way you want it to be. So now I'm going to hit my line, hit escape, and I think, I don't know, I'm going to try it, see what happens. I'm going to draw a line from here, holding my Shift key down across to the other side. And since the other ones are 0.13, I'm going to make that one 0.13. Not happy with it. But that's part of designing, and that's why I'm doing this on the fly, because I want you to see what goes into this. Oops, I got off of it. Let me click back on it again. Let's try putting it in the center like that. Now, I don't even like that in there. I have another idea. There's something missing in here. Let me back out and let's take a look at it from a distance. I know what it is. Let me get back close in again. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is click on this line, and I'm going to use the corner box, and that's why the size is changing, because I'm enlarging it. So I need to go here again and make that a 0.13. And I'm going to do the same thing with this line here. I'm going to take it and drag it. And you can see how the look just keeps changing and changing, and once again, I need to make sure that that's 0.13. It's saying it is, but I know it's not, so I'm just going to type it in. Okay, so let's back out. And I'm not real thrilled with that either. And sometimes what I'll do is just go back to the drawing board, but I need something to be touching those two center leaves. So I have another idea. I'm going to go up close again. And I'm going to, actually I think what I'm going to do is just hit the back button just to get it back where it was at. Okay. And I'm going to back out a little bit. I'm starting to think what might be cute is to put something in the center to connect everything together, and you probably already figured that one out. But sometimes when you're in design, it's kind of like watching the Wheel of Fortune, and you're like, why can't they get that? And I got to change that to a 3 again because I had moved it. Why can't they get that word? It's because you're under pressure when you're doing it. So I'm going to go to my image gallery, and I'm thinking maybe I'll put a bird in there. See what I can find. I need something that's fairly simple. That one's kind of cute. I think I'm going to take the legs off though. So I'm going to choose him. And I'm going to break the group. And I'm going to go over here and it's replaced by an arc and just click, unclick, click. And I know there's a hidden piece over here that was between his legs. I'm just going to erase that. And I'm going to make him super tiny. And we'll see how that works. Because we want to be able to acknowledge what he is. Now let's get up closer and then back out slightly. Okay. It almost looks like this one became his wing, and that's okay. I kind of like the look. And that would work. So let's go out. So now we have a bird in there. And I think I'm going to use him down in the bottom design too. So I'm going to click on him, hit Alt-Delete, Alt-D. Try that again. And I think I'll stick one here. And I'm going to bring up my transformation box for the mirror. And I'm going to mirror him the opposite direction. Oh, I kind of like that look. And see, this is what I do. I just play. I'm going to group this together. And I think what I'm going to do is hit my justification in the center. And then I'm going to bring him toward the top further. I'm going to hold my shift key and my left mouse key and just slide him up. That looks pretty good. I like that idea. And I kind of like this design here. So I think what I'm going to do with it is play with it actually. So this is becoming like a bird window. I hadn't planned it that way, but you know, sometimes things make themselves. So I'm going to click and get that. I'm going to mirror it the opposite direction. I'm going to click off of it, click. Well, I'm going to box it in because I can't click on it. I'm going to hit my shift key, my left mouse key, and slide it over. I got it too far, so I'm going to bring all these in up close and move. I don't need this right now. Get that out of the way, move that out of the way. And so now I'm going to click on this one. I think my window's in the front. I think that might be the problem. I'll try sending it to the back. Now let me try clicking on this one. Up. Click off of it, click on it. There we go. Okay. So I know that it's the right height, you know, as far as the other one is concerned, but it's not the distance from the frame on the right. So I'm going to try to match using my arrow key. I'm just hitting my arrow key until it looks like it's about the same as the other one. I've got it off, so now I'm going to back it back on again. So that's about 1, 2. Now I'm going to click on this one and bring it to the right. Okay, so once it's off of it, it's 1 click in. And now this one, I'm going to click on it. I'm going to go off of it, and I know it's 1 click in. And I'm going to get up really close to make sure it really is, because sometimes, see, it's not. So I'm going to click on it again and hit my left arrow key, 2 clicks, and I'm going to go to the other side and look at this one. And that one seems to be, isn't that strange? I'm going to click it out. That's where it was at before, like the other one. So go 1, 2. So now I know they're both about the same.